Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm the CEO and co-founder of SightCall. Today we present you a innovation that we've made this year. We built this innovation based on a lot of feedback from all of you. So I want to start by thanking you all for all of these insights that you provided us, so that then we can build the right technology and give it back. So, quick retrospective. That was, if you remember, last year at the advisory board of the Symposium 2024. And we had this game with the stickers on the post-it. The most popular post-it with how to accelerate change in tech adoption. So we talked about it. And then there was also this other session that I love, which is the voice of the field engineer, right? So thank you, Service Council, for setting that up. I think that's a very important voice, because at the end of the day, we work for one of these teams to be successful, right? As you can see in the page there, not everybody was ecstatic, right? There were a lot of problems that we wanted to overcome. Actually, the two key points when the question was asked to these field engineers here about how can we better help you with technology, the two key answers were: one, we want a faster way to find and access the information, because still today it's still complex. There's information everywhere. It's hard to get access to this information when you're out of the field. On the second one, they went one step further, saying that actually we would like this information to be easier to consume and also to be more visual, like YouTube videos that all of us would use when you have a problem with a physical device. All of that connected with this other survey, from the Service Council as well, that said 30% of field engineers cited time spent finding information as the top dislike about their day-to-day. And it was last year the first time that this dislike went even higher than the time spent for all of this administrative work that everybody has. So we talked about it, so okay, we have to do something, we have to find a solution. So in parallel, last year again, we ran this session, kind of the workshop, with Mike, who's here this year as well, David, who is leading our product marketing. What we focused on in this workshop was kind of scaling this knowledge. How can we capture this knowledge, and how can we give it back to people in the field? One of the key points that was also attracting my attention was the fact that 58% of the field engineers interviewed in this survey just answered that the number one rescue that they had when they didn't know how to fix a problem, or when they didn't know how to finalize these methods, was coding the code. So it means that still today there's a lot of tribal knowledge, right? There's this interesting chart here that says that in average, 80% of the knowledge in service organization is what is called tacit knowledge. So the tacit knowledge is different with the explicit knowledge, is that this knowledge is not documented. So it's not in your product material, it's not in all of the papers or FAQ that were written. They just live in people's head. So based on that, we made it as our mission to turn real service moments into teachable visual knowledge instantly. The challenge that we took was that we had to capture what works, and we had to augment it, and then we had to make it every fix a reusable asset for everybody to use. All right. So with that in mind, let me introduce you to Tyler, who's leading our solution engineering, to present you the solution that we call SightCall Xpert Knowledge.
Hi everyone. So, passion of mine for many years was climbing. And I don't know if anyone saw Free Solo, that movie about the guy that climbs El Cap, right? He doesn't use ropes for his big event, and it's terrifying. But imagine you're learning to do that, you're 300 feet up, and you want to learn how to accurately, safely connect yourself to the rock, right? You don't want to be up there when you're still sort of new to this and call a chatbot and say, which rope is safe to unhook from the rock face? Or I don't want a PDF, right? I don't want someone to send me something. I want an expert to look over my shoulder and tell me what I can safely unhook from the rock or get rid of, right? And then that's what our customers face, right? When they're working with a blindfold, but they're the ones that are in that kind of scary environment, whether it's from dealing with large equipment or even just the downtime costs of, not repairing this the first time. So that's kind of our first part, is doing live video remote assistance, where we can send an invite to someone in the field and get connected with them. They don't have to install anything. That's important. They need to be able to just launch it from a browser, see the problem. The expert can walk them through it. We can annotate and show them what they should do and make it really clear on their next steps. We now have smart OCR, so we can parse important data like the serial number of that particular product line. And then being able to work together, share your screen, work them through assets. All of this just working with remote intelligence to help that technician live in the field. So me taking someone expertly through the problem and solving it, that's the first step. So we've done that live video, and then we also get a summary at the end of everything we talked about. All the photos collected, all that metadata, all of that's collected. So that video session is recorded and done. That's the first important step. I've helped this technician in the field solve what they need to solve. And now we have this recording that we want to think about. Okay, so what do you want to do with that information? Do you want to just have a chatbot that answers your question? Do you want to have an AI agent that can work on your solutions? All of those things. Do we want to take that information and use it to guide your team?
So here, the new solution that we built is again to transform your service knowledge into these shareable video how-to tutorials.
Okay, one thing that we see across all of our video recordings, the average of these video sessions is roughly 8 minutes, right? If you've ever watched a YouTube video on a how-to, like working on my car, I do a search, why are they introducing themselves? Why are they talking about things I don't care about? Get to it, right? So there's all of that, those pleasantries, waiting for the technician to walk over and look at the right thing. There's all of that extra time in the video recording that's maybe not the most useful or important. And that's what we're going to eliminate for you. And 90% of all of that kind of tedious rework of editing a video down is going to be done for you automatically. So what you're going to get is this experience that not only is creating your knowledge asset library on the fly automatically from these video support sessions you're already doing anyways, it's going to record those and create these snippets of the important video elements. So in that 8 minutes, maybe only 90 seconds is important for creating a knowledge asset that your team can use in the future. So we'll create that automatically for you. So the steps are, you're going to capture that live video just by doing that knowledge share, that remote session, and then we're going to curate all of that into an automated tutorial and then push that somewhere where you can review it, approve it, make edits, make changes to make that knowledge asset a little bit better, and then expose that to your other AI libraries, your LMS, your CRM, wherever you need to see that.
So our promise to you today is two things. One, with these video assistants, is to improve first time fix rate immediately, right now, on the first time, remotely to the person who is on site, wherever it is. It can be a technician, it can be a contractor, it can even be a customer when it's a simple problem. And then, as we capture this knowledge, our promise is to make then your AI investment worth it. Our positioning at SightCall, we don't want to be your overall AI solution. We love connecting the worlds, and we take it also as our mission to then provide all of this insight, all of this information that we can capture, transform, and give back to the system that you have in place. So, with SightCall now, on the Xpert Knowledge, you capture all of this information, we transform it for you. You review it, and again, 90 to 95% of the job is done. You push the button, and then it can be auto-injected into your CRM, into your LMS, into your training software, or even into your CRM if you want to, for example, become more proactive, like pushing this tutorial into the next work order that your technician is going to work through. And to wrap this up, I want to end up with a quick video that we've used for the launch of this new product that we've done in June.
In today's service-driven world, your greatest asset is your expertise. But capturing and scaling it has never been harder. What will you do when another expert leaves? How will you recover when another decade of tacit knowledge disappears? You tried solving the problem maybe by expanding the team, but the results might not have followed, and your budget may have paid the price. Maybe you thought AI would solve the problem by itself, but it probably didn't. Doing nothing is no longer an option. You need a solution now. Imagine a world where expertise is transferred seamlessly from generation to generation. What if your experts used video to fix more and teach more? What if every remote support call turned into a how-to guide? What if your best people could pass on their knowledge even after they're gone? Introducing Xpert Knowledge for SightCall Vision. Live remote video support that captures expert know-how right at the moment of service and instantly turns it into clear step-by-step YouTube-style tutorials your whole team can use. Increase operational productivity, workforce efficiency, and first-time fix rates. Increase your team's ability to capture knowledge, improve customer experience, and higher operating margins and lower costs while boosting revenue. SightCall has helped global enterprises change the way they service everything, from medical devices to solar panels and printers to optical networks. Now with Xpert Knowledge, your visual transformation can go even further. It's time to rethink how knowledge is captured and shared. It's time to imagine a future where experience doesn't walk out the door. With SightCall Xpert Knowledge, you can protect what matters most, take control of your expertise, and own your visual intelligence.
Where do most of your customers store all the content, all the video experience?
Yeah, most of them would be stored in like Amazon S3 bucket, right? Because the cost of storage is super cheap right now. If you use this kind of infrastructure, you don't want to store it in your Salesforce because it's too expensive. So that's why there are connectors on hookup, to connect them all. The storage usually is this kind of infrastructure. Good.
Video, do you guys ever get feedback from your technicians? How helpful, how accurate the answers?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. As part of this knowledge tutorial portal, there's a rating mechanism. So yes, then the end user can put a star from 1 to 5 and give feedback. There's also open field that they can share, so that the next time someone has to use one, we can automatically promote the most valuable one for the next technician to use. And again, it's all a matter of evolving all of this knowledge management mechanism. It was very centralized in the past. You have this knowledge organization that was in charge of creating knowledge, creating your product documentation. And now it's the evolution of spreading out the knowledge creation across the team, because they are the ones who know. So that's the way to capture it and really diffuse it across the entire organization.